Wait, what the heck is going on? Both Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi are playing for goddamn Wrexham, and they have a transfer budget of over 700 millions. I mean, has Ryan Reynolds gone crazy? Or what's going on? Well, all of this is possible with the in-game editor for Football Manager 2024, and this video is going to show you everything you need to know about the in-game editor. And there are two types of editors for FM24. The built-in one that this video is going to focus on, and an outside editor that makes you available to do some more stuff before you start a new save. There will be a video for the other editor as soon as it's out. I'm going to put a link in the description to that one, but let's roll. And I'm going to show you how to get it for different versions of the game. First off, if you're on Steam, you find the editor as a DLC on the store page. And the same is true for the Epic Game version. You just have to scroll down a bit and you find the editor as a DLC. And I'm sure it's a similar way for Game Pass. I just don't have Game Pass myself, so I haven't been able to try that one out. But there's also another way to get this editor. And it's if you bring the game up and you go to more. This may vary the look of this a bit because I have a custom skin installed. You might also, you might not. But if you go to downloads, you should be able to find it somewhere on the starting screen. And here you actually get to an in-game shop and you can buy the in-game editor directly from the game. So let's take a look at how we do all things with the in-game editor. First off, let's take a look at yourself as the manager. Let's say we are struggling a bit and we might be on the risk of losing our job. Well, we could just go here, click this small pencil. And by the way, the location of this pencil may vary with your skin, or we could become unsackable. And there are some other options here. We could edit our contract details. Maybe we want some more money like that, and we want a longer contract like that, perhaps. Now we have a longer contract and we make more money. But let's go over to the league then. And since we are Wrexham, we are playing in League 2. And there are a few things we could change here. We could go for edit competition details. And we could give it another name. Skybets League 2, aka Best League. And we can give it the same short name. Because, I mean, it is the best league. We could change some stuff around like pitch settings and other few things. Now we are playing in the Skybets League 2, aka the best league. And let's head over to our club. And when we take a look at the club, there is quite a few things we can change during the club details. We could change the club's reputation, and we could go to the finances. And this is obviously how I gave the club so much money. I just changed the transfer budget around. And we could go for special like facilities. Do you want a larger stadium perhaps? Or relationships, like what do you think about other clubs? And favorite people, we could add some people here or remove people, dislike peoples, of course. And the thing that you're probably going to use the most is when it comes to the players. So let's take a look at Cristiano here, for example. We could start editing him. And first off, we have the option to just start editing. And if we do that, we can change all his attributes around. So his teamwork skill is a bit low with a 5. We want Cristiano to become more of a team player. So let's change this one around to 15. And other than that, he is losing a bit of pace with his age. So let's bring that pace up to 17. And when you're happy, you could just stop editing. And he now has the new stats that you picked. You could go to player details and change things around. And here you have some hidden stats that is not shown in the game, like ambition, loyalty, and sportsmanships, and quite a few other things, like injury proneness. So now Ronaldo's don't have any great injury problems, but let's say you have a very injury prone player, you might want to bring this one down, because 20 is the highest and 1 is the lowest. So if you change it to 1, it's going to drastically reduce the risk of the player getting injured. And other things you may want to change is, well, he's not very loyal, Cristiano, is he? Let's give him some more loyalty for our club. I mean, he should love our club. You have some other stuffs here, and of course you could give a player that it counts like homegrown and stuff like that by adding your club. But let's go for edit player's personal details instead. And here you can change things like name and look. And of course you can change the nationality. And favorite people, I kind of don't like this because I don't find myself on this list. So clearly we need to add ourselves. So let's select a person. Let's search for us. There I am. Let's add myself, and I'm not going to be his parent. I'm going to be his idol. Clearly I'm going to be Cristiano's idol. And oops, I misclicked, so I need to add myself again. So yeah, we are adding myself as Cristiano's idol, and I'm going to be his biggest favorite. And yeah, now I'm his favorite. Of course, you can do the same thing with dislike people. You could add clubs, you could dislike clubs, and you could, if you want to learn a player a new language, or maybe yourself as a manager if you decide to become a manager in a new league. Another important thing you can do is, let's check out Messi here. So his contract expires in 1 year, but I know for certain he wants to be with Wrexham for longer. Clearly he wants to. So let's go to Messi, his contract details, and let's add some few more years here. Yeah, he wants to stay for longer, and he's not that greedy. We can reduce this wage a bit. Yeah, he will be fine with that. Clearly, I was making 1.3k a week instead with a longer contract. Another good thing you can do with this editor, if you take a look at the squad, you may have a player that's injured. Well, if you click the player and then the editor, you could remove all injuries, and now he is fit again. Another useful thing that you can use the editor for is scouting. And if you go to scouting, right now I'm using a costume view. But when you create costume views, you can customize them and you can add things. And when you have the editor installed, there is actually a thing here called hidden. And here you can see all the hidden stats that we saw before and some more. For example, this one called asking price. If I add asking price here and let's move it a little bit higher up, we get a kind of good expectation of what sum of money the club would want for that player. So we can get a decent view of like, can we even afford him? And another thing we can do with the costume views that we create, if we have the editor installed, if we go to hidden, we can actually see their current ability and their potential ability. That's actually like the correct stat, not the scouting, not what some manager or coach think, like their real stats based on the game. So let's add those two. And these stats are from a scale between 1 to 200. And the higher the stat, the better the player when it comes to current ability. And of course, the same for the potential ability. So this could really help you sign the right players that are currently very good or youngsters that has a bright future. But now the question is, how did we get those fine players to Wrexham? Well, let's take a look at Mbappe. And if you go to a player that's not in your club, we get a few options. You could move into my club. We can also move into another club. Maybe we want to spice up that League 2 that we just created to really make it the best league and give all the clubs some special players. So we could loan him to our club. We could loan him to another club. But let's just move him to my club like that. Fantastic. And now if we go back to Wrexham and we go for the players, we could go and take a look at our attacking team and see that we now have an attacking team for Wrexham that consists of both Mbappe, Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. And there are a few things that we can't do with the free editor, like really customizing stuff, building our own leagues, moving clubs between different leagues. For that, you need the outside editor, and the other editor is actually completely free, but it's much more complicated. And as soon as it's done, I'm going to put a link in the description below to a video where I show you how to use the free editor. But if you found this introduction to the in-game editor helpful, please press that like button because that helps me out. And of course, subscribe to the channel for more FM24 content. Thank you for watching.